Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Precision Acura of Princeton to check out this brand new 2025 Acura RDX. This is the A-Spec, super handling all-wheel drive. The color here is liquid carbon. We have a black leather with red cross-stitch, Alcantara inserts. A lot of nice stuff here in this A-Spec. So, with 2025 being a design refresh year for the RDX, is this now the two-row SUV that you would buy? So let's dig in. Front end of the RDX for 25, the liquid carbon looking good with the gloss black. Now we do have a front end styling change where they've opened up the grille a little bit more and slimmed down those headlight housings to make them look more sleek. So let me know what you think about it. We have a full spread of LED lighting up front, including the fog lamps, and we have functional side air curtains on the front end of this RDX. Now, as we come around to our wheel and tire setup, what we're looking at here is a 20-inch graphite machined aluminum alloy wheel, Acura badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Goodyear Eagle all-season tires, 255 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 20s, all four corners, super handling all-wheel drive. Moving on out, I think the liquid carbon with the black looks really good. We're not seeing chrome on the side, which I think is a smart move. As we move on in, we got the A-Spec call out on the front fender. Oh, look at that. Somebody moved our mirror in. There we go. Color match side view mirrors, LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle. Up top, we're going to have a roof spoiler coming off the top, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, panoramic sunroof, and our fuel filler cap is on the left side of the vehicle. The rear end of our RDX, we have that roof spoiler coming off the top. We do have the wiper down below on the glass. We do have LED lighting on the back except for your turn signals. Those are standard bulbs. Functional dual exhaust that looks pretty mean back here. The Acura badge in the middle, A-Spec on the left, RDX. And then the HSH all-wheel drive means super handling all-wheel drive. We're under the hood of this 25 RDX, and what do we have for a power plant? Well, we have Acura's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. 272 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 21 in the city, 26 on the highway, 23 combined. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much for this 25 after the refresh? Well, here we go. Base price, 25 RDX A-Spec, $50,300. The only option is the liquid carbon paint for an additional $600. Once we add in destination and delivery of $1,350 from Acura's East Liberty, Ohio assembly plant, we have a total MSRP from the factory of $52,250. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer. We're going to go soft touch up top. We got the Alcantara insert with the red cross stitch. Again, the leather with the cross stitch feels soft. Flat black on the switchgear, which is a nice touch. We have the ELS Studio 3D sound system in here. 2 memory seat settings right here, which is nice, but I don't see power fold mirrors. We do have a nice large door pocket, and this is where you're going to pop the tailgate. Moving into our footbox, look at that. Proper footbox. Aluminum finish on your dead pedal brake and accelerator. Floor mats are in the cargo area at this time. We do have the aluminum A-Spec door plate to welcome you to the vehicle, and then look at that, full power for the driver and the front passenger. And then we have the black leather red cross stitch, super soft with the Alcantara insert in the center. Looks good. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, except you don't get memory seat settings. Now, dash, soft touch, more of this Alcantara or microfiber suede material, if you want to call it that, with the red cross stitch into the heat and air vent. And then some more silver trim or gray trim. And then down below, there it is. We do have a nice large glove box. Infotainment system time. Well, here we go. Now, you see the strobing? That is the camera reacting with the screen. There's nothing wrong with the screen. So my apologies for that strobing, but we have Acura's infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in nav. But this is not a touch screen like we saw with the MDX refresh. You still need to use the trackpad down on the dash to get around. So as we move on down, here is our trackpad right down here. And then we can move around inside our nav menu if we want. We can hit our home button and we can go through our Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM HD radio. We can swipe across, as you can see, with that sound. Sounds cool. We can go to our ambient lighting, and yes, this does have ambient lighting. We can click on that, and then we can go ahead and set up an ambient lighting theme or the ambient lighting brightness. So we can go into theme, and we can either have it switch with our drive modes, or we can set up different ones. I think I'll go with the red, so we'll set that up. There we go. Gran Primo. I think I'm going to go with this Italian one. I can't pronounce the word, so I'm not even going to try. And then we can go back out of it. And then we can set up our brightness. Again, link to illumination, max brightness. We're going to go with max because we're big dogs. And then we can go back. So we have the ambient lighting, we have the built-in nav, we have the wireless CarPlay Android Auto, but you're still going to need to use this trackpad to get around. And then we can go to our navigation, and there we go. Now, if we go to reverse, we have a nice large backup camera with trajectory, and you do have different views down below, but again, also accessed with the trackpad. We go back to park, and we're good to go. Now, here we have our dual climate, volume, four-way hazards, three-stage ventilated seats, three-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger, and they can also be linked in with the climate system. That's what that auto button's for. Here are the drive modes, which we'll show you when we go through the dash. Engine auto stop start, push buttons to go through this 10-speed automatic transmission. Down further, here is the trackpad that I was using to work the infotainment system. Down further, they've changed the location here of this wireless charging pad to be right next to you, and it fits a really nice large phone, rubberized so it won't slide around. Nicely done. 2 cup holders. We have our Acura key fob. Looks nice. Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, Acura badge on the back. And then we have a nice soft armrest. Open that up. And we do have space in there, as well as what looks like an HDMI connection. Now, we do have a floating center console in this RDX, so underneath you have your 12 volt and the USB-C over there, as well as a rubberized area down here for more storage. So I do like how they have that set up. Acura steering wheel, nice perforated leather wrap wheel with the 10 and 2 notches, as well as your red cross stitch, Acura badge on the horn button, A-Spec down here on the bottom of the wheel, flat bottom wheel to help you get in and out of the vehicle, which I think is a nice touch. Now, I'm 5'11" and I got plenty of room in here, and I have plenty of room to get in and out. Just be careful if you're a taller person, just be careful when you get in that you don't hit your knee down here on the dash. They have this cut out to help you with your knee missing, but if you're not careful, you could bang your knee on this, and that would kind of hurt. Now, as we come back to our wheel, on the left side here, you have the controls for the digital portion of your dash. We have voice commands, your apps. On the right side, adaptive cruise, and that sort of jazz right in here. We do have paddles to go up and down this 10-speed auto manually if you want. Up here, we do have our headlight controls and our fog lamp controls. And then on the right side, front and rear wiper. Down here on the left, parking sensors, traction control off, auto vehicle brake hold. We have our electric parking brake and our safety suite controls. Now we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, so I do like that. And then we have our dashboard right here. So let's check out our drive modes, which are going to come on over here. So we have comfort, snow, the other way on the dial, normal, and sport. And then back the other way. So a good amount of drive modes, and I think we're going to rock in sport today. So your drive modes will come up on your infotainment screen. And then you do have information right through the center right here to give you additional info when you're going down the road, or if you need extra information on a road trip. Overhead console, you got a spot for your shades right there. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off, you open and close the door. The button that says door is pushed in with the green light on, and you leave it that way. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim off, SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road, Acura Link to hook up the vehicle with your smartphone. And then we have the controls for our panoramic roof. So we can just hit the shade, one touch, and back it goes. All the way, nice and quick. And then the switch on the left side, one touch, wind buffeter comes up, and it goes back. You can hit it a second time to get it all the way back, and then one touch close. And then once you have your glass closed up, then you can move your shade back, and you do have a tilt function on the glass as well. There you have it, nice soft headliner. And then we have our sun visor with vanity and a light. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Rear view mirror, frameless rear view mirror, auto dim, and then your garage door programmables right here on the bottom. Rear door panel on this RDX, we have the soft touch, the Alcantara type microfiber suede material with the stitching, the leather, the ELS studio speaker, all the same action, all the same use of materials as the front door panel. So I love the consistency of design. And now as we get into the back, I have the seat set for my driving position. Nice flat roof in the RDX still. Get right in, no problem at 5'11". Plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees. We're going to go leather, then we're going to go plastic, and then we're going to have a seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. And in the back, 2 heat and air vents, 2 USB-Cs. So they have you covered there. And then the back seats, same leather, perforation, the cross stitch, the microfiber suede inserts, Alcantara inserts, whatever you want to call them. And then our center armrest, super soft, 2 cup holders. So overall, it's very comfortable here in the back seat of this RDX. Getting in the cargo area of this 25 RDX, you can pop it from the driver door panel, you can pop it from the key fob, or you can come to the back and right underneath the Acura badge, there's a button, beeps a couple of times, nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down using this button. And now with the rear seats up, 31.1 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this RDX. As we move on in, carpeted floor mats are right here. We do have some extra storage on the side. We do have an area underneath for storage. So that looks good. Unfortunately, no spare that I could find anywhere. And now, if you need more room, you do have these pull levers to let the back seats down. So you can pull them, and down they will go. There you go. And now, with the rear seats down and this nice square shape, 79.8 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this RDX, and that's a really good number for a 2-row SUV. Acura window sticker, we do have heavy tint on the back, so my apologies, but here we go. 25 RDX A-Spec. Standard features. Options. Total vehicle MSRP from the factory. MPG estimates. Safety ratings. Made by Acura in Ohio. Let's take this baby up for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 25 RDX A-Spec in sport mode. Plenty of visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirrors, rear window, no problem. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz in here for safety. Pretty firm suspension in sport mode though, I have to tell you. But we'll take it back to normal, see how she goes. Exterior LED lighting up front and out back for safety as well. And in typical Acura fashion, the steering is tight and it is right. The suspension has a nice firmness to it in sport mode to keep you engaged with the road. While you're driving your RDX around, they really just do a nice job in engaging the driver. And really all of their vehicles, I would say, it is just easy to drive them and it makes you feel very confident because you can feel what your tires are doing and you can feel what's going on through the steering wheel, with the suspension, with the tires on the road, to make sure you know not to run this thing off the road when you're out having fun. But we're going to go ahead and look at that nice straight stop. And now let's take off. And it really just gets right up and gets down the road. I do love this 2-liter turbo engine. I think it's a great engine, very responsive. Obviously, it's going to, the 10-speed automatic's going to shift faster. Here we go into the turn. Look at the way that just turns in. Turns in beautifully in this RDX. So they did a really nice job. We got the suspension just tuned in just right on this car to make it a lot of fun, whether you're driving it around back and forth to work or on errands, or you want to have a little bit of fun with it in sport mode. So now we'll stop again and we'll give it one more test. Now we are in manual. Let's see how the paddles do. Nice upshifts. How about downshift? Nice downshift as well. Very well done. Now we'll go back to regular drive, let the car shift for itself, but really well executed with this design refresh in the RDX. So now 19.5 turning radius, piece of cake. Here we go. 19.5 feet, it just whips right around like a big dog. So you really have a, what I would consider a sporty car feel to this mid-size 2-row SUV or crossover, if you want to call it that. So you have car-like qualities that make it more fun to drive, more fun to turn into the corners, and you can also haul more people comfortably and more gear. Now, as I mentioned earlier, 79.8 is the max capacity on the cargo in the back, with the rear seat down and the front seats moved all the way up to their most forward position. If you don't move the front seats all the way forward to their most forward position, then your standard cargo volume in the back with the rear seats down is 59.8 cubic feet of cargo space. So I want to make sure I give you that clarification on that deal. But overall, I think it's really well executed. I like what they did with their design changes on the front. I like them. I like the skinnier headlight housing. Let me know what you think about the front end. Everybody's opening up their grills more to get more air into the car engine, to keep it cool, to get a bigger bang out of the turbos, more horsepower. That's the deal. But look at that turn in. Just absolutely fantastic. So you let me know what you think. If you're looking at this premium brand 2-row SUV, is the RDX the way you would go with this new 25 redesign, or are you going to go somewhere else with your hard-earned money? Put it in the comments, let me know. But I do want to thank Precision Acura of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2025 Acura RDX A-Spec in liquid carbon for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.